The most expensive consultant I have ever come across charges $50,000 for a single day. He is not smarter than you. He has not worked harder than you. He just figured out one thing most people never do. Price is not about your cost. It is about their perceived risk of not hiring you. Today, I am breaking down the exact pricing tactics the top 1% use and showing you exactly why almost everyone else is leaving serious money on the table. Here is what almost everyone does wrong. They price based on their cost, their time, their effort, how long it took them. That is cost-based pricing, and it has a ceiling built right into it, because your costs have limits, your time has limits, but the value you create for someone else, that has no ceiling. There are 3 reasons most people chronically underprice. 1. They do not understand the real value they create. 2. They are afraid of rejection. 3. Nobody ever showed them a different model. All 3 are fixable, right now. The 1% do not price based on cost. They price based on outcome, on transformation, on the perceived risk of not working with them. 3 levers. Let me break each one down. Lever 1, outcome pricing. Stop selling what you do. Start selling what happens because of what you do. A web designer who charges by the hour sells their time. A web designer who says, I build conversion systems that have generated an average of $200,000 in additional revenue for my last 5 clients. That person sells an outcome. Same exact work, completely different price point. The question you need to ask yourself right now, what is the downstream value of what I actually do? If you help a company make $500,000 more, charging $5,000 is not expensive. It is the cheapest investment they will ever make. Expensive relative to what? That is the frame. Lever 2, authority positioning. Here is something most people miss completely. The market does not pay for skill. It pays for perceived authority. Think about doctors. A general practitioner and a top specialist can have identical medical knowledge. The specialist charges 10 times more, not because they are 10 times better, because they are positioned as the authority, the category of one. 3 things build authority fast. First, niche down until you are the only obvious choice. Do not be a marketing consultant. Be the consultant who helps SaaS companies reduce churn in their first 90 days. Second, document your results publicly. Numbers, case studies, outcomes. Third, charge more than you think you should. Price itself is an authority signal. If a surgeon offered to do your operation for $50, would you trust them? No, because price sets expectation. A higher price signals higher quality, higher expertise, higher stakes. The market is deeply psychological. Lever 3, scarcity and risk reversal. The 1% do not wait for clients to decide if they want to work with them. They engineer demand so the question becomes, am I lucky enough to work with them? 2 mechanisms.
Scarcity. I only take 4 clients per quarter. That one sentence changes everything. The prospect stops evaluating you. They start hoping you will accept them. And risk reversal. Money back guarantees, performance-based fees, pilot projects. Remove their fear of saying yes. The easier yes is, the higher you can price. When you stack all 3, outcome pricing, authority positioning, scarcity with risk reversal, you are not competing on price anymore. You are not even in the same conversation. You are in a completely different market. Let me make this real. Sarah, freelance copywriter, charging $50 an hour, solid work, good clients, always busy, but always competing on price, always justifying her rates. She made one change. She stopped calling herself a copywriter. She became a launch strategist. She had the data. Her copy had generated over $2 million in sales for her clients. She packaged 3 emails and a sales page into a complete launch system. Price, $8,000. Her first client at $8,000 pushed back 0 because she was not selling copy anymore. She was selling a launch system backed by 2 million in proven results. The price felt cheap relative to the outcome. Same skill, different frame, different market, different income. The frame is everything. What you call yourself, what you say you sell, what outcome you lead with. That is the difference between $50 an hour and $8,000 a project. Here's your action step right now. Write down the last 3 results you created for someone, not what you did. What happened because of what you did. Numbers, outcomes, transformations. That list, that is your new price anchor. If this reframed how you think about pricing, subscribe. The next video goes into leverage models, how to build income that actually compounds without compounding your hours. That one builds directly on this. See you there.